Now, yeah, Sue ain't the problem though, Mom. But she's had sex before. She's a virgin during my dorm. And what's she gonna do? Lay in bed all night? Wondering if I'm gonna go over there to her or she gonna come to my bedroom. Horny. I won't say, well, I've never seen you naked. I don't know. What? Then she's trying to be my girlfriend too. And what about her sister, right? She's gonna try to fuck me in spite of Sue? If she does, she don't even love her own sister, right? And don't care. Right. Right. I don't know with her or pity, right? But talking to someone, right, is no more seducing them, right? To get to know them on their own level, right? Now, if she's mad at Sue, it's because of how Sue's treated, right? Now I know this, right? I'm not Mexican, right? Right. But if Sue is hungry, I'll buy her a hamburger. Right? I might not remember buying her a hamburger, but I sure as hell would. I sure as hell would. If she's hungry, right, and tells me she's hungry, right. I'm not trying to fuck her. I'm not trying to fuck her. Because when you treat someone like a child, they act like a child, right? Until they learn to grow up, right? If she's in her 40s herself, right, and been treated all her life like a child, she's going to stay a child, right? A person learns what you teach them. And if you get mad when they try to learn something or they make a mistake, they won't learn nothing, right? They'll just give up in frustration, right? If you make it easier for her to, right? Even if she hates it, right? She's trying to avoid the situation with you, right? So all she knows is what you taught her, right? And you let the parents get away with it. It's Munchausen by proxy, right? When the child is the victim, right? And can't stop the parent. Anyway. There's names for diseases like that and abuse like that, right? And usually, whoever the parent is, they should know better, right? Whether they do or not, right? Because when I say I don't know, right? And let me assure you, I don't think of anything related to family not trying to Renee or my mom, right? At all. It's no different than, like I said, knowing who you can think of and who you can't, right? I don't have a problem thinking of some woman I don't know, right? Or never met, right? And I know not to think of those I do, or Mima, or right, right, you know what I mean, right? You rarely look at your grandmother as sexually, right? But like I said, if you're kissing your girlfriend, you're just thinking you're kissing her, right? But you don't know you did more with her. I didn't really have sex with a redhead, but there again, also an Asian girl, but also at two different times, right? While dating the redhead, right? But the redhead has a problem with her dad trying to have sex with her, right? I don't know nothing about my mom trying to have sex with me, right? The only one who would accuse her of that would be my stepdad, right? If she's not in the bedroom when he wakes up at night, right? But like I told you, I don't go after Renee, and I tell her we're not supposed to do anything if she were to come on me. I'm supposed to, right? I'm the older brother, right? But all I can tell her is if she insists, you gotta be on top, right? Right? Because I'm not supposed to fuck her. And we both should know that, right? I wouldn't try to either, right? Mm-hmm. Rashonda, I'm talking about it because it's in the Bible, right? We know it's a physical act, so anyone can do it. But like I said, right, I would have to tell her all this up front, right? And say it's not because you're ugly, it's not because of this, it's not because of that, it's not because you don't look like the girl of my dreams. It's because it's wrong for other reasons having to do with the carnality of the world, right? And then I said, well, there again, Abraham and Sarah were brothers and sisters. I don't know, right? It's up to you. Is all you can say there, right? But she is not my mother, right? Laura Shonda, my mother, right? But look at that. You white boy got shot. Baby got fat. Little in the middle, but she got much fat. I agree with it, makes a lot, right? Now, if you show this to Megan, right, if she wants to, she can be with me too, right? I wouldn't turn that down. White boy got shot, right? And I'm not so white. I'm not so white. I'm not Miss Snow White now, right? Though, son, not my long shot, right? I'm so being, I'd have to make war myself, like I told you. I'm everybody who made war against each other in Europe, right? And that's everybody, right? North, south, east, west, even Africa, honey, right? It's a small percentage, it's like 1.3 or 4 somewhere in there, and then 0.2% of Arabic, right? And Spanish, right? Those are the three darkest I am, right? The rest of it is European white. I might have a little bit of blue eyes, I'm not sure, right? That would be underneath, right? But my eyes are brown because my parents had brown eyes, right? One of them got in there, right? But the thing about DNA is God can help heal your DNA, right? God can heal anything, but you got to believe it the right way, right? Unfortunately for you, right? Your alternative is only Satan and his army, right? Or God and Jesus and their army, right? Right. And Megan the Stallion, right? But it's DJ Snake, right? Okay, right? And yet I'm showing you the video for a reason, right? So the sexy Megan the Stallion, right? Even white boys got the shout, right? And I don't know nothing about Megan, and I don't even know that's not a non de plume, but my eyes see a beautiful woman. Now, if she's a man and she had surgery, good job, because I can't even tell. I mean, wow. I don't know, right? I don't know, right? I've heard of all that too, right? But I'm not going to challenge the woman, right? She's not a woman, right? Either, right? The surgeon did an excellent job, right? I can't tell, right? But it's a surgeon, not God, right? Either. Now, if she's sure she wants to be a female, but guess what? I might make her one, right? Right. And that we're all obsessed with vampirism because it's the opposite of a full resurrection from the dead, like Jesus had, right? They saw him night and day, night and day, night and day, night and day, night and day. Right. Well, it started with the women early in the morning who first touched him, right? Now he said, Mary Magdalene touched me, not yet, right? For I have ascended to the Father of me, I ascend again to the Father of me and you, right? Right. He's saying something Mary don't understand, nor does John, who's writing it, right? But he's writing it faithfully, right? As he was told by Mary, of course, dumbass, right? You think she's the one? You think someone believes her? And she got John and Peter, right? First. She saw the tomb empty. Well, was an explanation of how it was rolled away that the Spirit of Jesus, here's your point, right, descended into the tomb, and when it was back in Jesus' body, it rolled away the tomb, right? Hello? That's the resurrection from the dead, right? The angel or Spirit of the Lord returned to the Lord. and raise him from the dead, right? Now, unless you're talking a conspiracy because he was female, and none of the disciples do that, right? And John talks about the girdle in Revelations, I don't know, right? But then Peter would be treating him like a witch, right? And trying to burden the body, but even then, that could be what he meant. He said, I sinned, and I again sinned, right? Mm-hmm. When he appeared to Mary. See, they wouldn't tell the women about all that, right? Right. That would be something men could do about it, but you don't know, right? You again are blaming Peter, right? And then you're saying he denied the Lord 3.5 times. Now, even he talked about the writings of Paul, which is what really explains the worst of that, right? Now, if I'm telling you something repeatedly, especially when dealing with us all, right? I keep using the word all, right? We're all one in Christ Jesus, rich or poor, bond or free, male or female, Jew or Gentile, black or white, right? He's our source, right? We're all from him, right? Even through Satan. We're like his great-grandchildren. You get it? Right? Or super great-grandchildren, whatever it is, right? We all come from one source, though. The corrupted one is Satan, tried to corrupt us with him. He learned how to corrupt his body, right? And it's teaching us the same, right? And that has to do with condemnation and the death, right? Wishing people to die, not live, right? When you were young, like Paul said, and your life was an open book. You used to say, live and let live. You know you didn't know you didn't know. And that's your problem. You're all saying live and let die. Live and let die, right? Because they hurt you so bad, right? But they're not hurting you that joy can't come in the morning, right? See, they can only affect you at night. That's why I'm on their ass every morning, right? Quit doing this shit, right? Bring me one wife, I can warm a wife, and I'll be fine, right? You don't want to do that, right? I wouldn't know her, right? But you also wouldn't turn that lovely lady down, regardless of skin color, if she came on to you, and you're a human being, her either. Like I said, I'm not supposed to know these ladies, right? I've never met none of them. And if the men are setting me up with them, that's their downfall. Because I love the ladies. Like, ladies, man. Like the middles, right? Remind me some lovely lady in love. Check them out. But like I said, she was Josh Duhamel, right? Too, I know that, right? But then Josh Duhamel's with the stripper, right? But he married. I'm not married. If I go to the strip club, it's not against my wife. I don't have one. Hello. It don't. But you have a wife. Plus, Samson did too. He went to the hoe house, the harlot house. And so did Hosea twice because his woman went back into it, right? The one he was told to marry, Gomer. Not Gomer Pyle now, right? She was a female prostitute, right? A harlot. Same thing, right? Rose by any name was spelled sweet, right? Well, you call it a rose, and I call it something else, right? In some other language. But it's still the same fella. Just like God is God, whether you call it God, Allah, El, Dios, adios, amigos, right? Or Theos, or Theo, or Thea. And he. Not hey. That means behold, right? You can't behold God. He, though, is his essence, right? It is she, he. he is all three, For it made itself as one and then into two, and then the second person being, right? Who could also be like the first being, rebelled. If it's that close in the origin, right? You should understand why it can confuse you, but you gotta let it confuse you, right? Which obviously you're doing, right? I know. And like I told you, I only watch TV, right? Or go to the store to get a little bite, right? To eat, right? And then I come home, right? I don't act crazy like they do when they even see me out getting some food, right? Like Taco Bell. Everybody's waiting in line for freaking Taco Bell. And I tell a setup, right, that shouldn't be happening, right? Taco Bell ain't that busy unless you knew I was going to Taco Bell the next day, right? And I'd have to tell you that the night before. And it's not a sin to eat Taco Bell once a day. So I still got the damn chips. And I ate the rest, I ate three of the things the day of, right? They're like normal person, right? I had the beefy thing I got, and then the chicken belt, and then the chipotle belt, right? And then the beef burrito, right? But they also gave me a rice and beef burrito, which I didn't even order, right? And then right, extra chips, right? Which I didn't order. And see, I can't bring it back, right? Right. We're in a damn pandemic, right? If it's in the bag, it's fine, right? I already know that. Because they did, I would say something. You would say something. If I even notice it in time, right? See, once you drive off, the food's in your car. They can't take it back. It's good hygiene, too, right? You can't see my hair unless you're lying about it. You can't tell if it's puffed up, if it's dirty, if it's clean. It's just brown all the time. Not even black. Funny that. Well, if someone is, like I told you, they're dying it, not me. I know. And then what are you doing? Shaving it like in The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, right? And like I said, here's Selena. I always thought she was a cute chick, right? But like I said, I don't know her. I know she had a problem with Justin Bieber. And I wouldn't just hit that. I would marry that, right? See, Justin, the thing about sleeping with someone, if you don't break up with them out of guilt, you marry that girl, marry her anyway. No matter what you say. But that's not my choice. It's Selena's, right? And she's still a woman unless you knocked her up, and then, right? She had the baby anyway, and where is the baby? I don't see nothing like that, right? But the same with Miley Cyrus, right? Mm-hmm. I've looked for love in every stranger. Me too, right? All for you, right? Trying to find the one, right? Which we all are, But that's like finding a needle in the damn haystack, right? Too. But like I said, if you dumped her, right? She's on the meat market still, right? And I could eat some of that. And feed her something. But I don't know her. I never met her. I'm not going to say yes or no. I'm saying, wow, I would never try to cheat on that consciously, right? And wouldn't try to. See, it's not my behavior at night if a bunch of women are being with me anyway. My behavior during the day they see, right? That's what they want in their boyfriend. Someone who's trying to wait for them too, right? Unless she was never with Justin, which would sound crazy to me. But again, I would see why too, right? If you're trying to be the best, be the best, right? So that all the women want you. If you're being the worst, you're like everybody else. You're simply the worst. But if you're all the worst, there is no good guy, right? And like in the movie Free Guy, whatever, right? There's only one guy really trying to be the real good guy. The rest of you just assholes trying to fuck women, right? Or another man. Which they don't want that either. They don't want you to go from the butthole to the vagina. That's spreading disease, right? Yes, it is. Where do you think most STDs come from? Sex with something you shouldn't have sex with, right? Usually, even animals. And no, an animal cannot consent and cannot say yes or no, right? Nor the snake. Funny that. Even the snake can't do anything but stick out its tongue to make sure it's around the hot-blooded or cold-blooded animal. Also got to look out for another snake. Sneaky snake goes dancing, a wiggling and a prancing. I don't like old sneaky snake. Oh, Sweetie. Sweetie. Now, she looks slighter there than she did on the VMAs, though. You know, I saw that. You saw that. But why are you lighter or darker or what? Who are you? Are you getting a tan? I know anyone can tan. You're a light-skinned African, right? Mixed with white. Well, I can tell what you are, right? You're a shining star, no matter who you are. Right? Right. Cool in the gang, right? Whatever it is, right? But I'm critiquing the videos, right? And I don't even know what's going on there, but I like it. A lot. Wow. She looks like Bianca from WWE, right? And I think they're doing a remake of the girl from Ipanema, right? Or something. It's also like that, right? I know. And thus, I got the lettering, right? Caption for the hearing impaired, right? Because I'm hearing impaired sometimes, and then I hear perfectly, right? When you're asleep or when you're awake, right? There are times when you can't hear or see what's going on, and maybe you don't need to. Now, you can't tell me I wouldn't do that either, right? But like I say, I can't say who's first and who's the last, right? But I do know the first will be last, and the last will be first sometimes, right? It's timing, right? Hers as well as yours, right? Now, if you're pressuring her, right, and she gives in to your demands, right, that don't mean you don't knock her up all the time either. You just want some hanky-panky on the side, right? Or maybe that's all you'll get, this little hanky-panky on the side, right? Maybe you're not really going all the way she wants it, right? But if I do, I go all the way she wants it, right? I wait on her. I don't chase her down like she's a piece of meat. Kid Laurie, Justin Bieber, I know that name, right? But are you the dog or is she the dog, right? See again, right? A dog doesn't care who it has sex with. It'll even mount another male dog, right? You know that, right? That's how they show dominance, right? That's why the Roman soldiers could have raped Jesus, right? If he's trying to be a king, right? Or a queen, right? They make sure he understood both sides, right? But Peter won't tell you that part, right? Who do you think is writing to you anyway? Peter. Whatever information we have about him was left behind by them. I believe that. But it's edited. It's the edited version. And if you think that's that, the truth will really freak you out worse. Because this whatever good and evil thing that can happen to you, right, happened to Jesus before the cross, right? Including rape. That's what Peter don't want you to know about, though, right? Because guess who blames himself? Then, Peter. Guess who was also resurrected? We might have evidence of his resurrection, Peter. And Peter was a tall man, if it's Peter, right? Jesus might have been at least 5'8" to 5'9", maybe, right? See, one's kind of in the middle, right? One's too tall. You know what I mean, right? David was not a tall man either, right? He was probably 5'8" and 5'9" too, right? But I failed 3 stories, idiot, or was attacked by a bunch of men over them being gay in the Navy. You know, this evil. It's wrong. Not so much as I know. We're all supposed to know. And if you're attacking me over it, you're what's called a cover-up, right? And I'm not going to mommy, I'm going to everybody I can go to, right? Who knows I'm not lying, right? But knows they can't tell the truth either, right? That's the problem with entrapment. If you don't tell the truth right away, you're a liar. And that's why I said in the blog, I could have molested my stepdaughter. We're in the same apartment, but we didn't touch each other, right, sexually. If I had interaction with her, right, say we were sitting on the couch together watching TV or something, right? It's not sexual. And the only other thing I could have done is help her go to the bathroom if she would need to do that, but that's the only reason she would come in there to me, not mine, right? And that's if she couldn't wake up her mom or her mom's trying to set me up, and it's part of that, right? Not me. I would never be a part of that. You were taught way better. We're all taught way better. We just let Satan convince us we're not worthy to do better. What do you think the unworthiness he's convincing us is to do evil with him? And not forgive it either, right? He compiles your evil. You compile your evil till you go to hell, right? Because you know you're sinning too much by then, right? Once you know, right, that you've gone too far, you've really gone too far. Not just for you, but for God too, and he lets you die, right? So you won't sin anymore, right? He hears you, but you don't listen to him, right? You're listening to our cousin, Satan, right? Our brother, Satan, right? He's our brother, though, even from another mother. You don't even know the mother's name, right? And, it's not Mary, by the way. She's not the rebel, right? Mary has to do with rebellion. Or Miriam. Actually. And at one point, her and Aaron did withstand Moses. Right. Exactly, right. And she was struck with leprosy because she was only a prophetess. And the only thing that protected Aaron was the priesthood. But as soon as he took off the garment of the priesthood, he died, Pastor Thomas. Remember that? Whatever role you're in now, God's still trying to keep you alive, right? But you have your day in court too, right? So you don't sin too much, right? Though you're sinning every day, right? And the penitent man, the repentant man, the man who acknowledges he's a sinner, right? Not those who pridefully, like Satan, say, I'm not sinning even while sinning, right? Or I'm doing good works, Lord, that pale in comparison to your evil works. Because men do those in the secret places too, right? They don't do that out in the open during the day where everyone can see, right? They're usually done when late at night. The freaks come out at night. Oh, freaks come out at night. Freaks come out at night. Oh, you freak die. Freaks come out at night. And you're the freak. You're the freaks. I'm trying to be a normal male that the God loves me. The God. Not Charlemagne the God. He a little peon to God. I don't even know why he calls himself that, except he's got a high mind, right? But if Satan calls himself God, does that make him God? No. You're a little Satan, man, right? You never call yourself the God. Are you a fool? And you'll see who the real God is when you die, right? You'll see him before it's on like I did, right? And you'll know it is the Lord, right? And not you. He's the Lord of Lords, the King of Kings, for he's the dog. You're not. And it really ain't even funny to call yourself the God. Even if it was the name. But like I said, the word Nigger is presented to me differently than the racist pigs who used to say it, right? It's presented to me in the humor of Eddie Murphy, right? I don't know it's a bad word then. See? I don't know better. You're not teaching me not to use it. You're teaching me to use it on them because they use it on themselves, right? Even they agree that some of them are, doing bad things, right? That's kind of why they derogatory you. You're not doing your slave work. So they call you the Nigger word. And it can be a positive word or a negative word, like any word as well. You can say, how you doing, my homie? My knee. Right. If you mean it positive, and you can mean it negative, right? You right? Just an example. And it's any word you want to use. And yet the word, right, ain't nothing but a word. You're offended by it because you're doing something offensive yourself, right? Right? But then again, you're making it about dark and light. When we're all dark and light. I got white teeth like a white man. And black teeth, black eyes, brown, whatever. But he's got curly hair and I got straight hair. What's that? He's in a hot climate when his parents had him. And to protect him from the sun, their skin darkened. Okay. Called adaptation to your environment. Thousands of years being in Africa, you'll be the burnt toast too, huh? That's what you want to call it. If you put any bread in the oven too long, it does what? Burn. Burn. Becomes what? Black. A nigger. Right? That's what the word means, I was told anyway, right? You're black. It's another way of saying black. Right? In a derogatory or positive term. It's how you use it, though, right? That's what I was taught. I was growing up, and Eddie Murphy was saying it in all his comedy movies, right? And even called it a few times, right? I was called it a few times. Because to some white guys, I've been myself. They say you got blood in you. And I do. It's 1.24% somewhere in there. But it's enough to make me not white. You think they care if it's 1 or 2%? If you're not white, you're what? No, don't matter the percentage. Means at one time one of my family members was 100%. Right? You can't have 1 or 2% if you didn't have 100% in your family line within a few hundred years too, right? I trace back to the slave days myself. It's either a mama black woman or a daddy and a mama black woman, right? Someone had her, right? And I'm part of the Hamilton line, right? Coincidentally. My DNA little chart said all that. And Marie Antoinette, dude, that's French royalty. So was Lancaster. Maybe Ron too. That's the German name. You're not supposed to make passwords from names of family members. In case someone's doing an autobiography, right? That's what that is. That's what that is, right? This is an autobiography of yourself. You don't make that a password, right? That's the first thing they're going to look for anyway, is someone close to you. You might make a name password out of. Don't do that ever. They tell you that, right? That's the first thing they look for, because that's what most people do, being lazy, right? It could be. It could be. But eventually, they can crack any password, right? So sometimes it don't matter what you do, right? They're going to do something to you anyway. They're that out to get you, right? You can't hide, right? Ooh, I like that girl. I am. But she's evil, right? No, you're evil. That's all he knows about her. There she is. Yeah. But she's my kind of girl, even if she's evil. I understand his problem. It's a dilemma. I got a death wish, right? She'd leave me breathless, right? She wear a cross round town, right? And it upside down, right? I'm helpless, right? I got a death wish, right? It's some role model or something, right? And tell by her legs she's precious. I don't even know what he's saying. I don't. Skates. Sorry. This is Abby Anna Casilu. Yeah, I remember her. But you're making up sentences, right? Those are sentences. Anyone can say that. Freedom of speech. I can come up with the same lyrics myself. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. It's why copyright ain't about anything but making money. Because we're all the same underneath. We're all the same underneath, right? We're taught the same words, the same things, right? There's only so much you can come up with, too, right? Before you're still in someone else's line, before they can come up with it, right? You can do that, too, you know. Still in my work don't mean I had a chance to even write it yet. You just got there first. You're older than me, too, right? And then you're saying I can't come up with it myself, huh? You didn't give me a chance, right? You got there first, right? That's just first come, first serve, right? That's still satanic, right? Just it is. It's about the money not being free, right? Freedom means I can do what I want, say what I want, be what I want. Even if it's like you, right? And we can agree on things or what? Disagree. But we can also agree to disagree, and still, if we're going on two different paths, you one way and me another, that's up to you, right? If you're going further down, though, and I'm going up, I ain't going to let you drive